I'm here to respond to MPs who think that we are daft, who think that Gen Zs do not know what they're talking about. Let me take you back to history class and economics class for a second, then I'll come back to answer to some people like Zahid Jahanda. After the First World War in 1919, the United States experienced a whole decade of world economic boom. Their country was thriving, everything was going okay in their country. Several factors were imposed in the country to enable this to happen before the depression happened. For example, they had some of the things that that the government is trying to do was done. However, our government is trying to do it in a different way. One of those things was they had import tariffs that were put in place. They had low taxation. They had mass production that helped the country. There was industrialization. There was mechanization. There was a cultural shift, and so on and so forth. However, when the World Economic Depression hit in October 29, 1929 in the United States, it caused the rest of the world to erupt into an economic depression. This was caused due to the fact that countries were not paying back the loans that they owed the USA after the First World War, and so on and so forth. Let me bring this back to Kenyan context. I think it's Maura who said that Kenyans don't understand how taxing a company that imports toothpicks is going to benefit our economy. We do. And to show you that we actually do, let me lay out for you how I understand how that particular part of the bill can be beneficial to Kenya. Imposing a tariff can protect our domestic industries. For example, the high tariffs that can be put on imported goods will make foreign products more expensive compared to domestic products. This will reduce competition from Kenyan manufacturers and allow them to grow and dominate the domestic market. So, more so, the tariffs will help protect industries from being overwhelmed by more established foreign competitors, giving them time to develop and become more competitive in the Kenyan market. This will increase the demand of Kenyan goods. It will create employment. The tariff being there, the tariff provided as will provide a significant source of revenue for our federal government, helping to finance the public projects and so on and so forth. So high taxes being imposed on importation of goods. So the ones that actually import, that money will help bolster our economy. And those that will not be able to import, it will force Kenyans to buy goods from Kenya, which will boost our economy even more, because it is better to buy from your own country because the money is still circulating within your own country. That part of the bill is good. Now, let me argue the 36% that you're imposing on us and how, if you don't put it, it's just going to be okay for us. Now, low taxation in Kenya will contribute to the economic boom of the country on its own by stimulating investment, increasing consumer spending, and encouraging business expansion. Let me intricately detail it for you how. One, it will increase the disposable incomes for citizens. Low taxes will mean individuals will have more disposable income, which they will spend on goods and services. This will increase consumer demand on goods locally made in Kenya to drive economic boom and boost industries producing consumer goods. Second, with more money in our pockets, Kenyans can afford a better living standard. We'll be able to purchase new products such as cars, household appliances, entertainment options, and fueling that will fuel further economic expansion. Moving on, low taxes on profits will encourage businesses to invest in expansion, new technologies, increase production sales, so on and so forth. It will also better our stock market. It will reduce burden on small businesses and incentives. It will also it will put incentives for innovation. It will create positive economic sentiment because people will have more confidence in the government, and it will streamline government spending in that the focus on reducing taxes will be accompanied by efforts to streamline government spending, promoting efficiency and reducing taxes. This will help maintain a balanced budget in the economic policy and stability of the entire country. Now, for someone who you're saying that we don't know what we're talking about, I think I just schooled you, right? Thank you. Now, to Mr. Jahir Zahanda, Mr. Mwaura, I think, who's the spokesman of the White House, and other people who think that Gen Zs are daft. We are not daft. We know what we are talking about. We were not protesting just for bread, just for cars, just for sending money, just for sanitary towels. Stop lying to us with easy vitu ndogo ndogo. Either way you are going to remove them. There was no way they're going to stay there because those things are dumb. Now, because you think that we are dumb, we will still protest, because there's no way we are leaving that data protection in that bill. There's no way you're going to take land that our parents have owned for decades and decades because they are not paying a lease. You're basically colonizing us again. And I saw a video by this man who was talking about the fact that this loan was, it's not coincidental that this loan has been imposed right after our president came from the state dinner in the US. And this loan is mainly to pay the these taxes are mainly used to pay the IMF loan that we were given by the United States. Is it a coincidence that this bill also involves taking away our land? Mkishachukua hizo land, zinapewa nani? Have you people sat and thought about that? These people are colonizing us all over again. Your land will be taken and it will be given to Western corporations. Do not let that happen. Reject the finance bill. They think we are dumb. I've just schooled you on how low taxation can actually help our country. So think and think twice.